South Dorset Ridgeway, Saxon times.
Welcome to our Saxon Hall. Normally there would be a fire burning in the hearth, but as you can see, with our new roofing materials, the reeds we've gathered from down at Reedy Pole, we cannot trust a fire not to set fire to the building. So unfortunately, we are here in the dark. What I've got before you now is a number of different weapons, which I would like to show you, and you could try them. So the sword you've already seen. To go with the sword, every man would have a shield. The arm goes through here. You hold on to the grip. It has a steel boss, cross-plank wood. That will protect you from being slaughtered by a Viking warrior in battle. Who wants to take this? Harry, slip your arm in there. Do you think it would save your life?
I hope so.
Well, if you know how to use it. More of that later. We have an axe here. Who would like to feel the weight of this axe? There you go, Finn. It's very dangerous. It will cleave a man's skull in two, lop off his arm or leg, but this weapon we use in battle by throwing it at the enemy. Hopefully it will embed in a warrior's chest, or he will deflect it with his shield, at which point we shoot him with a bow and arrow. You are probably no more than Saxon Fyrd, militia, people of the land who would join in when there was a war to be fought. Your main job would be something else. You would be issued with one of these, a spear. I'm going to give that to you, Charlie. Now don't forget, gentlemen, all of these weapons would be carried by one person alone. And if you were rich enough, you may well get some armour.
These weapons are all very well and good, but we're only 16. We wouldn't be using these, would we?
You'd have been warriors in our time for more than 5 or 6 years. You'd be warriors from the age of 8 upwards. If you weren't, you'd be dead.
That's crazy. When did they start training?
Well, they were 5 or 6. You're brought up in a dangerous world. If you don't look after yourselves, nobody else will. Children are just left by their fathers in the village. They are taught by older men what to do, and when it's time to fight, the village is raised. They will walk out with their leaders and straight into the battle line. If you don't know what you're doing, you're going to die.
Was there many young children that survived?
If you manage to live until the age of 15, then there's a good chance you might live to middle age. If you were young, you were susceptible to disease, starvation, and animal attacks. In villages, you might have cut yourself. There was no proper medicine. All we have is our healers. They're very good, but it doesn't always work. So we would pray to the gods. Sometimes we may even sacrifice people like you.
What would happen if a warrior ran away or deserted?
Well, his lord would certainly go and find him. He would always pledge allegiance. So every warrior would pledge allegiance to his lord. If you broke that oath, you would be outcast and anybody could kill you. There would be a price on your head alone. And if they brought your head back, they would be paid.
If you were young and sacrificed, how would they do it?
Well, sometimes it would be quick. Have your throat cut, have your stomach slit, maybe burnt. If you're a Viking or caught by the Vikings, it's far, far worse. Do you really want to know what the Vikings will do to you if they catch you?
Yeah.
It's called the Blood Eagle, and it's not very nice. You'll be taken to the centre of a Viking encampment. 2 stakes will be placed in the ground. You must hold them with your arms and hands outstretched. They will then slit the clothes from your back, enter a dagger through your spine, peel back the skin, break off your ribs one by one, and then pull out your lungs. And then, if you're lucky, you will die and go to Valhalla. If you let go of those posts, you'll just die instead. Yes, that's true.
What? I'm really excited we're going back to the future after hearing that.
Just make sure you don't go into a Viking raiding party before you make that trip. So, Charlie, are you ready to be dressed as a Saxon warrior?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Take the shield. Hold the spear with that hand. This you will have to wear. Heavy, isn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty heavy.
That ring mail will protect your life. It will stop swords, it will stop spears, it will stop arrows. They won't be able to cut your arms and legs off with that, and they won't be able to pierce your body. Doesn't mean to say they won't break your bones, dislocate your arms and pull them out of the sockets, but at least we'll be able to put those back. So, how far do you think we'd have to march, carrying and wearing all that?
Fair few miles.
20 miles a day, basic.
Wearing all of this.
Wearing all of that.
But wouldn't most people be tired by the time they got into battle?
Well, we're hardened warriors, unlike you, it would seem. But 20 miles is a mere half day's march. Then, when you get there, we form a shield wall and we stand in line for maybe a whole day while the enemy does his best to pierce our ranks and slaughter us.
And would most children be wearing the exact same as this in battle?
Most children wouldn't be wearing the armour. They haven't got enough money. That's why they stand in the front rank.
This is really hurting my arm, and I've probably been holding it for a good 2-3 minutes. Layfrick, could you please take this off my hands?
I don't know, young man. You're not going to last 5 minutes in the Saxon period, are you?